Hi, I'm Cindy Nierenberg. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is week 19, I believe, of my weight loss journey. And it dawned on me today that this really is a journey. And a weight loss journey is all about moving forward, moving back. It's this awkward little dance that you do to try to get to a particular goal. So it doesn't happen overnight, doesn't happen all at once. And I'm really proud of this body of work that I'm doing because there's going to come a day when I look back at all of this and go, wow, look at her go. I just struggled and failed and had some successes and I just kept going. So that's what I want to talk to you about today is how do you keep going when you've had a failure or something that you perceive as a failure? So I got on the scale this morning and I gained 1.4 pounds. And that takes me back to around that 10-pound loss mark. And honestly, I've been hanging out around that 10-pound loss mark, 10 to 12, for months now. And there's a time and a place for maintenance, and that's okay. Because I kept thinking how proud I was that I was able to maintain my weight through the holidays, not regain that 10 pounds. But the holidays were several months ago. And then I realized, wait a minute, we just had a holiday. We just had Valentine's Day and we're moving into St. Patrick's Day. And then there's going to be Easter. So I can't maintain through the holidays because it's always the holidays. So I took a good, honest look this morning. Like that 1.4 pounds was not a surprise to me. Like I knew how I had been eating this week and that I hadn't been following what I had wanted to do. So again, with curiosity and with compassion and a complete lack of judgment. And that's really hard to get to. But just consider, how can I be compassionate with myself? How can I be curious without beating myself up? So I thought, okay, what do I know at this point? Here's what I know. I'm really good at maintaining this weight level because I've been bobbing up and down around it for months now. So I know exactly how far I can go when I step outside of my diet program, my diet rules, my diet lifestyle. I know exactly how far I can push it, and then I have to reel it back in. But I don't want to do that anymore because my goal is weight loss. And last week we talked about massive action versus passive action. So really this bouncing around the same 10 pounds is really becoming passive for me because I know how to do it and it's not hard. So massive action is going to be different. And how I figured I would get to massive action is through constraint. I'm so proud of myself that I came up with that this morning. Constraint. I didn't say restriction. I didn't say deprivation. I said constraint. And what I noticed about my eating this past week, these past months, has been that there's been a lot of freedom to it. And I know that when I was actively losing weight, when I was creating a plan, a daily plan, I knew exactly what I was going to be eating. I knew exactly when I was going to be eating, the types of foods that I was going to be eating, and I didn't have to think about it. So that's what I'm going to get back to, constraining myself around the types, the amounts, the times of the foods that I'm eating, and that will in turn offer me more freedom. It's like I learned when we developed a family budget that if I put a line item in there for clothing, say I allotted $100 a month for clothing, and then I went out and I found a beautiful blouse and I really, really wanted it. I didn't have to feel guilty about buying that blouse because I knew I had allotted money for clothing that month. It gave me the freedom to be able to purchase that blouse. The same is true with your food plan. Your food plan gives you freedom for what you're going to eat all day. Listen, my brain wants to negotiate every little step of the way. My brain's like, do you really want that? Or maybe a piece of cake would be good. Or maybe, I don't know, popcorn sounds good. My brain is always in this negotiation mode. So if I offer myself the gift of constraint and determine in advance what I'm going to be eating throughout the day, I don't have to negotiate with my brain. I'm like, yeah. Thanks for offering that, but we're not talking to you right now. It's really helpful and it offers a lot of freedom. So that's my tip for this week is create some constraint in your schedule. Think about it. When you have a lot of things that you have to do and you schedule them into your day, you typically get them done. And I don't know about you, but when I don't have as many things to get done on my schedule, then everything's kind of loosey-goosey. I'll just do it when I want, and I don't get as much done. So for this week, I'm really focusing on constraint. Again, no judgment, no deprivation, none of that negative stuff going on. Only constraint, which offers me freedom. That's it for this week, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe to my videos. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you next week with good news.